Hi everybody, sorry my face is all shiny, I just got out of the shower. I'm just going to make a video about what you should start off with when you're thinking about piercing or, before you get to the actual apprenticeship part. So what I have here is I have these are just flashcards, and on the back I have information about healing times and all that. And so it's pretty good for studying because it's important to remember. If somebody comes up and asks, got my nose pierced, how long does it take to heal? You should be able to answer them like that, 30 seconds. You will have to get a Bloodborne Pathogens Guide. This is a course that you have to take. It's just about hepatitis B, HIV, prevention of it, and what to happen if you do come in contact with it, and the safety procedures. That is definitely a must-have. This is just my personal notebook. I'm currently in an apprenticeship, so I just write down stuff's falling out, little tricks and tips and stuff that I learned so that I have them to review later. This is a must-have as well. It's called the Piercing Bible. The woman who wrote it has been piercing for 20 years, so she really knows what she's doing, and this has everything from like healing times to different types of piercings to the before and after and just everything that you could possibly think of. And I got lots of little sticky notes and stuff in there, so it's definitely a good thing to have. There's also in the back, if I can get there, lots of charts and things too, so it's definitely very handy. The last thing that I have is this little guy. So it's a measuring tool, and it just opens up like that, and you can measure jewelry and things like that for gauges, and it's in millimeters, and so it's definitely something that you need to have, and you need to get comfortable with the one that you do have, especially if it goes down to 36 of a second, because that's pretty hard to read, and you got to be able to do it at like a decent pace. You don't do that for hours trying to figure out how big one piece of jewelry is or how long one bar is. Yeah, so just to get one in practice with it and all that kind of stuff is definitely important. The other thing too is like you can't really be a piercer without having a piercing, and you got to know what it feels like, and you got to know what to tell people. So obviously I have my nose pierced and I have my ears stretched. I did have it pierced again, but I took them out. But I think that is something important. Like, don't rush into it. Don't get a piercing because you're getting it because of that fact. You should really already have a piercing because you should already be a part of your life and what you love and stuff like that. So other than that, I mean, once you get yourself kind of grounded, you generally know, like, you get a lot of it memorized and things. Like, it's pretty good to look for an apprenticeship. Apprenticeships, they don't really come for free. So mine did because it's friends of friends and things like that. And I actually volunteer when I'm getting my apprenticeship, so I'm not getting paid. And typically you do have to pay. You could pay up to like $5,000. Like, there's not really a limit. There's not really, the minimum or anything like that. So it can be expensive for sure, so you really want to make sure. It's the same thing as like going to university. You got to pay that money. No one wants to give away their secrets for free. So just be aware of that. If somebody does say, hey, if you want to be an apprenticeship here, you do have to pay me, don't think they're ripping you off. It just depends. Like, if it's a piercer that has less than 5 years experience, I wouldn't apprentice under them. So just be aware of that. Yeah, if you have any questions, just let me know and I'll get back to you. Thanks.